You are closer to your breakthrough than you think. But the problem is that many people give up too soon. Today, I'll share with you how to recognize the signs that God is about to bless you, that God is about to move in your life, and that one step you must take to receive it. Now, a lot of you would notice that sometimes things get harder before your breakthrough. And a lot of people, the questions that a lot of people, even me, I've always asked a lot of times is, why do things actually get harder before your breakthrough? And I'm going to share with you Job chapter 42, verse 10 there. After Job prayed for his friends, the Lord restored his fortunes and gave him twice as much before. God gave him twice as much, but he initially lost something. Before Job's double portion, he lost everything. He lost family, he lost wealth, he even lost his health. All right. This is a pattern in the Bible. And some examples are like Joseph. Joseph was thrown into the prison before he became a ruler. Moses, he faced the Red Sea before seeing the miracle. Even Jesus faced the cross before resurrection and, in essence, our salvation. It gets harder before breakthrough most of the time. But why? Why? Because the enemy attacks the hardest when you're closest to your victory. The devil will not just sit down and watch you march into victory without opposition. The devil will attack you. Number two, God allows pressure to test and strengthen your faith. According to James chapter 1 verse 3, God will allow this pressure to strengthen your faith. You see, just like when you're in school, when you're in high school, college, the tests you do that promote you to the next class or to the next level, that is the same thing God does. He will test you, all right? He will allow the pressure to test you just so that your faith can be strengthened. Now, your response in this tough times determines if you step into your purpose or if you step into your promise. If your response is not growth, you're going to end up circling around these same challenges until you until you eventually pass the test. Okay. Now, how do you stay aligned with God's timing when all of this is happening? The first thing I want you to know is to know that God has a set time for your breakthrough. There is a set time. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 verse 1 says that to everything there is a reason, a time and purpose for everything under heaven. That means there is a set time. There is a time and purpose for everything. Now, just because you do not see it yet does not mean it's not coming. It's coming. A lot of times we're impatient. We just want those breakthroughs. We want it to come. And I am also guilty of it, right? But I've come to realize that even when we don't see it yet, it's coming. It just hasn't arrived. All right. You have to just stay in faith, even when it feels delayed. And what it means to stay in faith is to believe that you're going to get it. Right. Habakkuk 2 verse 3 tells us that though it tarries, wait for it. Just wait for it. Even though it's late, wait for it, because you will get it at the very time that you need it. The next thing you need to do is stop complaining and start to expect. Philippians chapter 2 verse 14 says, do all things without grumbling. God expects us not to grumble. God expects us not to complain, right? So stop complaining, stop whining, just start to expect, because complaining delays the process. The Israelites spent 40 years in the wilderness for this very reason. For this same reason, they spent 40 years in the wilderness because of complaining. Start to thank God in advance, because gratitude is what unlocks the doors. Number 3, right? Don't let fear or doubt block your blessing. You see, fear and doubt will creep in. James chapter 1 verse 6 to 7 says, let him ask in faith with no doubting, for he who doubts is like the wave of the sea. Because when you start to doubt, it just shows that you're not expecting it. You do not have faith in God. All right. Many people quit right before their breakthrough because they don't see the evidence, right? And faith is the substance of the things hoped for and the evidence of the things that we don't see. Now, don't quit, right? Don't fear, all right? Don't doubt. I want you to stay firm in your faith, even when things look impossible, even when it feels like those things are not coming. And we are all in that situation several times. It feels like things are not coming. It feels like things are crumbling. It feels like we're on the verge, on the very edge of failure, right? I want you to stand firm in your faith. All right. Now, the final step of faith before your breakthrough, what must you do is to sow the final seed of faith. Every major breakthrough in the Bible came after a step of obedience. Now, Job prayed for his friends, like we said before, and his breakthrough came. Abraham was willing to sacrifice Isaac. Then God provided. You must always be willing to sacrifice something. Peter cast his net. That's the sacrifice of obedience. He obeyed God, even though it didn't seem sensible. He obeyed Jesus Christ and caught so many fish that his net became overloaded, right? So you need to always want to sacrifice something. And sometimes it's the sacrifice of obedience. Obedience, even when things don't seem like it makes sense, right? Now I want you to ask yourself, what is God asking you to do right now? Is it to forgive someone? What is that sacrifice? Is it to forgive? Is it to step out in faith for an opportunity that looks like you will never get? Is it to praise God even before you see the answer? Is it to just be still? Right? Your breakthrough is connected to your obedience, right? Now, I want you to know that you're one step away from your breakthrough, right? If you believe it, I want you to type in the comment section, I receive my breakthrough. Now, if this message blessed you, I want you to share it with someone as an encouragement to uplift them this week. And definitely hit that like button, the subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next video. My name is thetobyrich. Ciao, ciao.